Good morning, guys. Surprise, I'm back. I'm not leaving. I was like, why? That was the craziest thing because yesterday was election day. And I was like, I wasn't planning on like stopping filming or anything. And so it was like weird. I was like, why did that happen? So I'm getting that I was being exposed to like negativity from like the tarot community and stuff, and like, so that's what I was getting yesterday, like the negativity from the tarot community, like how there's like their spirits can like get into my head, like saying negative things and stuff, and things that aren't true, like rumors. And so I feel like it was like devil energies, like trying to stop me from doing what I'm doing. And it's not a negative thing. Like, these things are like good, and I'm like happy, and I like doing this. It's not an obsession, and it's not an ego thing. And it's like, it's helping me and it's helping other people. So I don't know whose energy that was, or like who was trying to get me off of my path, but it's not happening. And especially when it's like the election just happened and like Trump just won, and like the holidays are coming up, and I want to show you guys my progression. There's nothing that's like, these videos aren't getting in my way, and it's just making me more determined to prove it wrong. Whatever this force is trying to get me to stop, that this is not interfering with my progress. It's actually helping my progress. I don't know who wants me to stop, but it's not gonna happen. And if I want it to stop, I will. If I get too, I could like slow down my videos and stuff, or like, I don't even think I'll do that. I'm just gonna film my get ready with me because it's easy and it's like motivating for me to keep going. And there's some reason why I like to have things look right, my makeup and my outfit and stuff. Like, there's something about that that's like inside of me, and it's always been there, and it's like for this purpose, because I'm not trying to impress anybody in the outside world. I'm not even doing anything like I don't walk around like I'm trying to look good or anything. Like, I'm just literally don't even care. And that's how I've always been. I have to wash my hands because I put gel on my hair. So we're doing this like high pony kind of look. And whatever. But yesterday I was so stressed. I barely even worked until like 9 o'clock at night. I went out to work, which is insane. Because I had things to do. I had to vote. I had to fill out my ballot, and I had to vote. I think I filled out my ballot the night before. Yeah. But I don't even remember. Oh, I had to do a package and like take my son to school, and then I don't remember. The day just got like my emotions. Oh yeah, then I wanted to see the result. I had to pick up my son, and then I needed to see the results. Yeah, I was talking to my daughter for a while about Trump and everything. And so, I don't know. This is not a time to give up or like disappear. So this needs to happen. This will be happening. Okay, so let's get to the important part, which is the outfit, right? So this is a Merlot, same color, like set, but it's not a set. It's individual. And this is the back. Then, I don't know. I'm gonna wear tennis shoes. Probably like, usually what I've been wearing is my cream Fabletics tennis shoes. And then I'm wearing the oyster color wristband on my Apple Watch. And so I feel good, actually. Like, I love doing these videos, and it's not a big deal at all. I don't need to do anything, because this is just a normal thing that I do, and I've always done. So I'm not doing anything extra other than like filming it and talking. So, and it's not a big deal at all. I've literally gotten into this routine, and it's manageable and it's doable, and I can do this. And I love my videos, so it's important for me to be seen and heard and understood. And I believe that I am a positive influence in this world. So, and I'm not hurting anybody. I'm not hurting myself, not hurting my life at all by doing this, because it's something normal that I do. And now the most important thing is to talk about the election. So there was some reason why. And you know that I'm very intuitive, and I'm like an earth angel and prophet and all that, right? So my intuition is very on point. And so I probably should have known that this was going to happen, that Trump was going to win, for several reasons. Because one reason, I don't do things unless I'm called to do them. And not once was I called to research Kamala Harris. I wasn't even called to try to figure out like how to pronounce her name correctly until the day before the election. I started to do like, just, I wanted to know the truth be told. I wanted to just, I was being urged to just listen to, because I didn't listen to anything because I was busy working, just to listen to the highlights of the debate. So I did that. And I felt like Kamala, nothing against Kamala, this is not working, and it's literally irritating, because this is like a squirt thing, like you pump it and it's supposed to come out and nothing is coming out, and that's so annoying because this stuff is expensive. Okay, I think it's coming out now. Nope, it's still damaged. This stuff is really expensive and it's not freaking working, and it's full. There's a lot of product in this bottle. I practically just got it. and nothing's coming out, and that's really irritating. And I don't even know how to open it because it's like some weird mechanism, and that's super annoying because it's not like a twist off top or anything. Oh shit, see, I just broke it. Trying to open it, I just broke it. That's pisses me off so bad. I was twisting it, I was doing everything to it yesterday, trying to figure out. I got like a tiny bit on my hands. And this is the day cream. And I don't have time to like complain about stuff and like go to customer service and call them for every freaking thing, because I have so much stuff that I do, and I'm using the force right now because actually some stuff is coming out. My anger and my irritation, like actually, like maybe that's why this is happening, because when I get upset about stuff, like literally I can change the freaking course of things. Like when I've had enough, and I'm like I choose to change my attitude. This is annoying, super annoying, and it irritates me because I can't get the product out of the freaking thing. It's like, if you're gonna charge people an arm and a leg for something, then it better like work. And I don't know what I'm supposed to do to make this work, because it's literally not working. And I don't have time to sit here and like deal with this. And that's literally the moisturizer, which is like one of the most important things when you're for your face, is the moisturizer, because it goes on your entire face. I'm gonna do this melon serum, and the melon serum bottle like broke at the beginning and I fixed it. So fix your bottles. They've been in business for a long time. And this bottle broke as well. The lid cracked, so it can't like stay on. They should know this stuff because it's their products and they've been in business for a long time. And you're gonna tell me that that's never happened to anybody else before? I don't think so. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, now I have to deal with that every single day and frustrate me. I might just cut the freaking end off the bottle and I don't even know, and put it in a different container, because I'm not wasting my money and I'm not struggling with that every day like I have been. And so yeah, so let's talk about Trump while I'm putting my concealer on. The guy is a menace, like Dennis the Menace. He is a narcissist. He's diabolical. He's out of control. He's a whiner and a brat. This is all coming like out of nowhere. He's a bully. He doesn't take no for an answer. He's a sexual assaulter. Okay, well, I've heard that he hung out with P. Diddy at his parties and stuff. People who are celebrities in the celebrity arena, they don't have good morals and character. And so all he cares about is money and fame. And same with his family. So they're just gonna overlook the things that he does. And the word that I got before I got on camera, which I know that's a sign like I need to get on camera, So it's not like, no, this isn't over with. Like, this is not over with. And I'm going to put some bronzer here because of this shirt is one shoulder. The word that I got, that I had to look it up, was egregious. He is egregious. And I didn't even know what it meant. I've heard it and stuff, but I didn't know exactly what it meant. And it's a really bad crime or something, like an egregious, like an assault against, like, this is what I'm hearing right now. That's not what I read. I'm like an assault against humanity, like that it's like done on purpose, like with meaning and intent. So he's very egregious. He knows he's doing wrong and he doesn't care because he thinks that everybody does wrong. So he's just doing wrong better because he wants to be in power. And that's how Hollywood and actors, and like, I don't know why I said actors, but that whole world, the Hollywood world of fame, like, you have to sacrifice everything and be strategic and go after your dreams. That's kind of like what we've been taught in America. And so he's not like everybody else. He was born with a silver spoon, but he tries to act like, and some of it's his true personality, but he doesn't understand he's a narcissist. And it's coping mechanisms for his trauma. And that's what we don't understand. That the people of this world... Oh, I also heard the word rapture. Whoa. I also heard the word rapture. And that was a confirmation. How everything just like exploded on the counter and made a huge noise. Like, why? Why did that happen? There's these little caps and my little foundations, and they all just like, it like bounced everywhere and like crashed down, but it's fine. It's all fine now. Nothing's spilled, nothing's wrong, everything's good. But it's crazy because God is in control. So we don't need to worry, like I've been telling you guys, that we just need to stay strong and we will overcome, and good overcomes evil. But God is going to use Trump to do good, even if it's in a bad way. So we don't need to worry. Because, and I knew, this is the other thing. Okay, so I was telling you guys like why I should have known that Trump was gonna win. Because I was kind of like thinking like, how come I'm not getting any messages? How come I'm not like even interested in like looking at it or learning about it or anything? And I was just like kind of being led to just like do my stuff, be distracted with my things, and just not worry about it until the time comes. Because I knew how I felt about Trump. I knew that I didn't like him or anything, and that he was a like diabolical is the word that I keep hearing. Okay. So this is the crazy thing that happened. And I'm completely honest with you guys, okay? Completely and utterly open and honest, because this is my spiritual path and my guidance. And so it was like oddly calm, right? Like I almost like forgot about the election. That's like, but it was always in the back of my mind. But I was being distracted, and I was like not wanting to even research Kamala, because we've already had her as a vice president, and it was like crickets. Like, I never really heard anything. Like, it's like I wanted things to come towards me about her, and I never really heard anything. It was like crickets, right? And then the things that I did finally hear was her going back on her word. So it's almost like her weaknesses and her sleepiness. Like, what you're not exciting. Like, what did you say or do to make the people excited and want to be better? And like, I don't know. It's like I felt like a lack of effort, which is like the Sleepy Joe syndrome. So that's why I say sleepy. It's like, you gotta be charismatic. Like Donald Trump has the charisma that the people want. He has, I'm hearing, the balls and the stamina for the job. He has the intimidation factor that is needed for people to take us seriously. But the problem is that he is arrogant, corrupt, has bad morals and values, somewhat, because he's trying for his family. Like, he's putting on an act, like, and I'm sure he does really love his family and stuff. And he's trying to be the man for his family. Like, he's trying to lead the family and show them, like, he's the boss and, like, he's the best and there's nobody better. And his ego is huge, which is good for, I'm sure a lot of other leaders are just like him. But he is the last. Let me just tell you that. This is not, he's going to do what he did last time. I'm kind of getting like it's not gonna, I don't know exactly what he's gonna do, but the kind of the thoughts that I was getting, the downloads that I was getting about him is that, and I'm hearing right now, it's all gonna be okay, just like last time. And it wasn't okay for some people. But you can't get involved in his stuff. Like, you can't. And I don't know why we do that. Like, I never do that. I never, like, worship somebody or, like, act like he's, like, the best. Unless it really is somebody who's the best. Which nobody has ever made me do that. Like a candidate or anything. Or, like, even a celebrity or anything. It's just kind of strange. So let me get to the story. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Like, there's no story, but what I was trying to say. Oh yeah, the story about, like, what my process was, like, what was going on, my downloads and all of that. So yesterday, before I already filled out the paperwork. Oh yeah, it wasn't yesterday, it was the day before yesterday. I filled out the ballot thing on November 4th. And that's my grandpa's birthday. So shout out to my deceased grandfather that I love. Amazing man, right? So now I'm kind of hearing from my grandpa right now, which is crazy. I've never really channeled that before. It's almost like I called him in when I shouted him out, which is crazy. I get a lot of messages from him that are like just memory kind of things. But anyways, okay, so now I'm like not really, I'm just kind of like, what is going on? My grandpa. I love my grandpa. Okay, my grandpa was saying like he votes Republican. So it's about the Republican Party and the strength of the Republican Party, the values of the Republican Party, and that's what is needed right now for our economy. That we can't be soft and weak like the Democrats worrying about social policies right now, because we're in dire straits with this economic shutdown that could happen, and the threat of our business being pulled out of our country and outsourced and weakening our economy. So we need strict policies enforced that Trump and Elon Musk together can. Elon is a critical part of restructuring our government system and incorporating these new technologies like robots and underground highways and all these ideas that Elon has to build up our economy. Elon knows about the technological and business and a lot of aspects, space projects and all of that. We want to be the leading edge we want to be the innovator and the leading country, so we are taken seriously. And Elon Musk is a critical factor in doing that, because technology is highly critical factor is what I keep hearing. It's a critical factor in business and economics at this time period. So social justice, yes. We always need social justice and the rights of humanity. And he's telling us that he's not going to limit that. And I trust and believe that he is going to strengthen our borders, and he wants to strengthen our borders and reduce crime. I believe that that is his goal. And I believe that he got a brush with death, and he knows that God is giving him a wake-up call and a second chance. And he will continue to do that. He will be assassinated, or bad things will happen. He will get his karma one way or another for the acts that he has caused. He is getting backlash from America for his mistakes. This is his chance with God to prove that he is going to, and to the American people, that he is going to keep his word and become a better man. And we are all going to hold him accountable. He knows this because of the riots from the people, and he can't just like lie his way through and just act like this is a game. It's not a game. So there's high accountability, and so he needs to take that seriously and prove his opposition wrong. And he loves doing that. So prove us wrong. Prove us wrong that you're not a bad, evil person, because that's what you've been acting like. And we're not putting up with it. do the right thing. Be a good person. And show the world that you learned from your mistakes, and make those idiots that followed you, the ones that were idiots, that like did stupid things for you, I hope that they were publicly embarrassed by their behavior, and that they did go to jail or whatever for their acts of violence and their blind trust and following, that is not okay. That's not going, just because the president like tells you to do something, if it's a bad, evil thing, you're not going to get away with it. You're gonna get your karma. And anybody that agrees with anything that is not of God, which is love and unity and light, and there has to be reason, like self-defense and like common law, like for all good, that needs to be protecting the people. That's what it's about. So get your values in alignment. Yes, you're very good on stage. You're a great speaker and a great charismatic person, but you have flaws. And as long as you're reflecting on your flaws and you're overcoming those things and you don't want to do them anymore, you want people to love you. So work on your flaws and don't do that again. That's insane. It's insane that he's even allowed to run for office, and it's insane that he was able to do that because he was acting like a baby, like a spoiled baby that wasn't getting their way when he got voted out. And then he was like causing a ruckus because I don't even say that word either. He was causing a huge ruckus because he got voted out. And it's like, take it like a man. And now, hopefully, he's trying to prove to his family and his grandchildren and everything that he's not a horrible person. And his wife. And you're like, you need to live up to what you say. So hopefully he's going to do that. And the man does have stamina. He's like, he has jokes. He is, lovable in a way. So not all narcissists and sociopaths or whatever are completely evil. They mean well, but they have issues. And so maybe, God will use that, like I was saying in my other video about, because this is connecting to it, is that you learn from the bad and you learn from the good. And who was the best candidate and who had the best speeches and who talked to the people was Trump. Just from the little bit that I saw, it even made me question, like, who I wanted to vote for, which is crazy because I couldn't stand him. But I wanted to be, like, non-biased. And then when I talk to my girls and stuff, I'm like, yeah, there's no way that I can vote for him. Just based on my standards and principles and like the good of the country as far as morally and ethically, I cannot vote for him. Like, I cannot do it. But as far as like our financials and our economic policies and all of that, I'm scared by what he can do with the control and the power that he has, and who he's appointing into positions that are going to last for a decade or so, like Supreme Court judges or whatever, like he did, or policies, and like the Roe versus Wade and all of that. But it's not a mandatory thing, that you cannot, like, it's not like a federal crime to have an abortion. You can go somewhere else and do it. So it shouldn't be something that's like done all the time anyways. There should be more respect with your body and all of that. So don't sleep with people, like, don't have casual sex, don't do that, you know, use protection. There are cases when you do need an abortion, and there's things like the Plan B pill, and there's, you know, you can travel to go get an abortion elsewhere, probably. It's not that, like, serious, but it needs to be changed as soon as it is possible to be changed. But right now, the most important thing is our economy and recovering from this like debt and all that. And I know that Trump is part of the problem that created this whole thing. So he needs to go in there and fix it then. If you say that you can, if you're so confident and cocky and arrogant that you're so great for this job, then go do it. Go. And if you don't do it, and if you make things worse, that's on you. There's no like blame throwing anymore. The people will come after you. So you want to make all these promises and everything and blame the pandemic or blame Biden for the economy and all that. The economy was going to do that regardless. And it probably was happening because of him and his mistakes that he made from the COVID thing. He doesn't take accountability. He doesn't take criticism well. He doesn't like people to talk bad about him. But hopefully he's going to recover and get better. And he's older, his kids are older, his grandchildren are there. Like, this is like, you know, wake up, like, do better. Okay, there's this like purple I'm going to use for the eyeliner. It's like a dark purple right here. I was using this one for my eyeshadow. So don't be scared. Who rules the land? God and the people, ultimately. And we won't allow nonsense. We just want to make money so we can live and be secure and not be scared. And the other problem is the gun laws and stuff, which eventually we will change. Now is not the time. Now is the time to protect ourselves because of the economy and the way the world is right now. the time now is to protect, save, or like, you know, we're going into like a recession. And then if we go into recession, you know, Trump is all about money. So who's the best one to help us with our money? He's an economics major. Hopefully he knows what he's talking about. And he does love money and he doesn't want to lose. So hopefully he's going to, you know, use his skills and his love of money to not want to lose, you know, his businesses and his assets. And he's going to use that to help everybody else. And his underminedness, like his bad traits, his sneakiness or whatever he does, his manipulation and all that, use it to help everybody then. If that's who you are and you're just this gross individual who's really low on morals and values, and you're very high in like money managing, because that's all you care about, and power and all that, well then make us powerful and rich then, and then do that, and then get out of here. That's where my stance is on all that. And I don't think there's ebbs and flows, and you can't always have a Democrat in office, because our economy isn't strong enough to handle that right now. There's certain things that you need, and that's what I think the American people voted for. If you're so arrogant and that you think you know how to make money and you're the greatest billionaire businessman, and you know the tax laws, and you know all the things that's going to help businesses thrive, go do it then. Prove us wrong and go do it. Go do it. And then you can be on your merry way, and we can get our rights for women and all that after, because it's going to happen. And it's not completely horrible, because there's still, you know, I mean, it is kind of because of the judges and everything that he's appointing, or it could be for life. But the people will prevail. And we don't have control over our candidacy like that much. It's all about money and sponsorships and all of that from people. So it could be worse, people. It literally could be worse. And we're not going to allow for him to do egregious crimes. So egregious, the word egregious, when I looked it up, it means that you're doing crimes that are intentional. Intentionally hurting, intentionally corrupting is what I'm hearing, intentionally breaking the law, intentionally harming things and people. So that's egregious, where you don't have empathy, or you're not sorry for what you did it on purpose and with intention. And so it's almost like using a prisoner to help catch criminals. They're really good at it because they think like a criminal. So that's what we have to think of now, because we're in this, where the American people had to vote for this criminal But he's a white collar criminal. He's like Martha Stewart criminal. So we know that now. So as the people, he works for us. And I know the American people have better values than he does. And are better, they're good, decent people that aren't fame hungry and money hungry. That's not most of the population. But he knows things that we don't know. Because he's trying to get more money all the time. And he's schmoozing. I don't know why I can't even say that word, because I don't even hear it correctly. I can't even hear it correctly, like even to say it. Schmoozing? There we go. Schmoozing. Sometimes you just need to be more logical than ethical. And it's really hard to do. And you need to be more forgiving of people. You can't be so strict and like cutthroat of like they'll never change and they'll never be good. And that people that swear and people that do these things are not horrible people. You know, people that smoke pot, or people that hang out with Diddy, or people that are, you know, they have a lot of good qualities as well. So we're not just going to completely like throw them out with the bathwater. And I just have to say this because he got elected. So if that's what the American people wanted, then they're going to have to learn from their decisions. If they want a snake oil salesman to run their country, then they're going to have to deal with the consequences of that. And we got to hope for the best. That's all you can do at this point, is hope for the best. And I am in a different position than a lot of other people, where I don't have like young children, and I don't have like, you know, little kids going to like elementary school worrying about school shootings and stuff like that. Where these gun laws, you know, are not being enforced, like stricter gun laws and stuff, or like eliminating guns. And I'm not in a position to need an abortion or have an abortion, but I do have daughters. But like there's other ways. It's not a complete ban on abortion. So you just gotta think of the good things at all times. Nothing's gonna be perfect, and you have to take the good with the bad and just be appreciative that look at the positive things. And that's what I was trying to do. And it was so crazy because I didn't hear much about, you know, I was trying to research the day before that I filled out the ballot and stuff. And I was automatically against Trump, like the whole entire time. Like I didn't vote for him the first time. I completely hated him. I was like disgusted by him. I was scared. And that was before my spiritual awakening. So now that I'm spiritually awakened, I can think of things completely differently and use my business. I have a business degree and all that, so I can think of things on a different level than like my daughters are more like, you know, ethical and like more, well, I'm more humanitarian, but there's things that really get under my daughter's skin, and like one of them is like the abortion thing. So but we don't want, like, really, you shouldn't be having premarital sex, and you should be protecting yourself, and you shouldn't be put in that position to even have an unwanted child and to even want an abortion. So that's a good message to our country that, you know, God doesn't want you to be promiscuous. And so maybe you'll think twice before you do those things. And to kind of like recalibrate and get back on track, like, and be more pure. Because there's a huge problem with young people being promiscuous, and all people. So, and we don't want unwanted children in this world. So sometimes you need to go backwards before you can go forwards. Just like with alcohol. Like, you know, maybe it was out of control, so they banned it, you know? Like, maybe that needed to happen. And then it's like, okay, we'll give it back to you. So it's like, same with marijuana or whatever. It's like, okay, this is getting out of control. We need to, maybe there's too much underground, so we need to bring it back. And then, so we need to sometimes take it away and give it back. So it's a flow. It's not, it's temporary, and I don't think of it, it's not a complete ban. So, like, you can go to another state and do it or whatever. Which probably won't happen, but, and in school I learned about all these things and this, the pros and the cons, and I listened to both sides. I'm hearing like I'm like bipartisan, that I take both sides into account, and I really listen to both sides, and both sides have good arguments. So it's like, if you have to make a decision, it's like, okay, why can't you, if the economy is like this, then you need this person. If everything's going good, maybe you need to put in some more humanitarian policies back into place that will help people. Like, if you can't have both, if you can't have a perfect candidate, then what are you gonna do? This world isn't perfect. So, ooh, this one's kind of better. Okay, so let me finish my story, because it is a story. So it was crazy. It even shocked me. Why I was feeling the way that I was feeling. So I was completely against Trump, right? For the past, like, 8 years or whatever. ever since he was trying to become president. I have to get my color, lip color. So when I saw the clip, and I agreed with Kamala that I think I want to use Hottie Toddy. And maybe some of this. So I agreed with Kamala, and that I felt like when I saw that little clip of her, kind of like roasting Donald Trump about his felonies. Like, how do you have a right to talk about getting felons out of this country when you're a you were just indicted on felony and all that? Like, who are you? Which was so great. Facts. But he also has these narcissist qualities where he doesn't even let you talk. He just wants to dominate the conversation, so you don't even get to talk about your good qualities or anything. Like, people don't even know you, because first of all, she was vice president, so she couldn't really do anything or like be center stage or anything like that. And then Donald Trump is so boisterous and loud and aggressive and narcissistic that you can't get a word in, and you can't like be dominant over him, especially as a female. Like, she didn't want to be disrespectful and he doesn't care about being disrespectful. He'll say it like it is. And so the people think it's funny and stuff, and so she doesn't have a leg to stand on, because these people that support him don't have morals and values, that they don't care. They're fed up with the economy, and they believe that they need somebody like him, like a businessman that's rich, that made money with businesses, that they don't really know how he did it or anything. They like the rich and the fame and all that. And they're tired of, all they know is that they want to feed their family and go to work and be able to survive. And that he's doing that with his family. And they look happy. And even if it's about money and not about morals and standards and all that, it's like, well, that's what we need to do. We need to worry about money right now. And we can worry about all the other stuff later. Because we only have two options. And that's it. And we'll put him in check. We'll put other people in check. And he believes in law and order. So we're going to hold him up to the law and order. He's going to dig himself into prison if he does wrong. So he's not going to get away with stuff. And people will think twice about what he says and does, and they won't follow him and look like an idiot to other people if we're all just thinking on our own and not just blindly following somebody because they're a president. That doesn't mean that they know everything or doing everything right. We already know that. But he has skills that are important for the presidency. At this time. So if he wants to do it, and people are backing him up, all we can do is know that God is on our side. Karma is on our side. And that there's lessons in good and bad. So all those people that are strong Trump fans that want to act like him and do bad things, there's karma for that. And publicly being, you're going to follow somebody that is bad and love and say all these things about, you know, your candidate is so great and the best, and then let's see it. Okay, now you have the chance. And if you think money is the only thing that matters, then let's see. Let's see how the world is and what happens with him in office then. Because that's not the only thing that matters. Because it's all going to matter. It's all going to matter. We all know what is good and what is bad. And it does matter to all of us all the time. And hopefully he listens. And he knows it wasn't a landslide. It was a very close race. So he knows that a lot of people don't like him. And that they agree with the things that, the bad things that they were saying about him. So if he wants to change his ways and have everybody love him, then he'll not do those bad things. And if he really believes and trusts in God, then he knows that God doesn't favor his actions, and that God was giving him like a wake-up call. Like, that was like an act of God. If a bullet is going to skim your ear, that's like a movie script. And hopefully it scared the crap out of him. To get right. So anyways, we just go along with our life and be positive, keep your same morals and values, and learn from others, and hope for the best. Hold people accountable, and stay firm on your belief system and who you are, and don't be swayed by outside influences. And let's just hope and pray that his morals and values get better and better, and that he's not going to cause us, that those bad parts of him don't corrupt our country even further. And there's nothing we can do about it now, so we need to just focus on the good, like building up our economy, making our country like wealthy, getting rid of our debt, letting our American people get through these economic problems and recession, and help us out of this debt and recession. Okay? Peace, love, and light. I'll talk to you guys again next time. Bye.